In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily create high-performing images and videos that you can use to run ads for your gyms. Most gym owners end up wasting money on Facebook ads, but it doesn't have to be that way. And when you do it the right way, you can get a 10, 15, even 20x return on your ad spend. So let's jump in. We need to start by talking about what is creative. Creative is the photos and the videos that you're going to use in your ads. And they're the most important element of your ads because it is what stops the scroll. It's the first thing that gets someone to pay attention. And if you can't get someone to stop and at least read what your offer is, then your ads were never going to perform. So that's why it's the most important element, because it's the initial thing that captures your client's attention. Now, quantity beats perfection. Most gyms are marketing to an audience of 10,000 to 40,000 people, which is extremely small. In the marketing world, most people are used to marketing to millions or hundreds of millions of people. Because of this very small audience, your ads fatigue extremely fast. What that means, for example, is let's say you spend $50 a day on your ads. Your ad is going to get put in front of about 2,000 to 4,000 people every single day. So in a matter of days, you could already go through your audience. Now, that doesn't mean that it can only run for a couple of days. People need to see your ads a few times before they either take action or not. But you can see here that over the course of a week, your ads do fatigue very, very quickly. So unfortunately, in the smaller market you are, the more ads you actually need, because you fatigue even faster. So just in a matter of days, your entire audience is going to see your ads. And then that is why we need to rotate very, very quickly, much more quickly than many other marketing businesses. Now, the solution is you're going to need to create approximately 10 photos and 4 videos every single month. Now, here's the cadence that you're going to be looking for. At any one time, you should be running 3 photos and 1 video with your ad. So you're going to have one ad, same offer, the same copy within your ad, but you're going to have 3 different photos and 1 video. So you're going to have 4 in total running at any one time. But because your ads fatigue so quickly, you're going to need to change the majority of your creative every single week. Typically what happens is you're going to have one of those out of the 4 that's going to perform significantly better than the others. So after a week or so, you're going to turn those 3 off. You leave the high performing one going, and then you insert more photos and more videos. Then when that one that was performing, that starts to fatigue, you have other ones there with new images and videos that will start to fill its place. So every month, you're going to need about 3 photos a week times 4 weeks is 10. I know the math is 12. I'm not a dummy, but 10 photos is all you need, because you are going to have some winners that are going to be able to go for longer than a week. So that's why about 10 photos a month is good. And then for a video, you want to have about 1 video for every single week. So therefore, when you look at the month, every month you need approximately 10 photos and 4 videos for your ads. Now let's transition and talk about images, and then we're going to talk about videos. There's 4 styles of images that I find work best when running ads for your gym. What I call call out ads, themed ads, clients with text, and then clients without text. So let's start with a call out ad. You've seen these before, and they're simple. And the best part is these usually work the best. This is where you're going to call out your audience and let them know what the desire is that they are looking to achieve. So for example, we're looking for 5 women 40 to 60 in West Bloomfield, Farmington, and area. So you're calling out the audience who want to get strong and toned after the summer. That's what you've done there, is you've called out the audience and then inserted the desire that avatar or that niche audience is looking for. What I mean by that is don't put in a desire that doesn't resonate with that audience. If you say, we're looking for 5 women 40 to 60 in West Bloomfield and Farmington who want to add 600 pounds to their deadlift, okay, that's not going to resonate with them. You need to match your call out with the desire of your client. And when you do that, you can get a ton of leads flow in from these call out ads. Now, the next are what I call themed ads. These are similar to call out ads, similar structure, but you're going to have more colors, more graphics. The other one, the call out ads, are very simple. These ones you can get a little bit more creative with. You can match the colors with maybe the theme of what you're calling your program for the month. You can see this was an ad we ran for women 60 plus, and we have images of older women, also using language that speaks to older women. So that is how you want to create a themed ad when you create these every single month. The next is what I call clients with text. So you're going to have images with your clients, and you're just going to put the text over top of it. The text framework is very similar to what we've talked about. It's a good idea to call out your audience, let them know maybe what you're marketing, Spring Slim Down Challenge, for example. Maybe you have on there some of the desire that your client is looking for. So that way they can match, they can see that like who you're calling out resonates with them, the desire matches with them, and then they can see your clients and see like, oh, these seem like my type of people, and this seems like a gym for me. And then last is just clients without text. This is where you're just going to have an image of your clients. Really simple. You're not putting anything on top. I find milestone or group photos work really well, or photos of clients making sure they're smiling, having fun, etc. Those are things that work best. And make sure you match the photo with what your offer is or what you're marketing. For example, if you were marketing to younger women, you wouldn't use this image. But if you're marketing to women 60 plus, this would be a great image to use. So make sure the images that you're using match what your ad is offering. Now, here's some best practices for photos. When you're taking photos to use in your ads, so this would be with your clients with text or your clients without text ads, make sure your clients are having fun and that they're smiling. You don't want to see them grimacing or struggling. Even though you might think that's cool, your audience doesn't think that's cool. They want to know that this is a warm, welcoming, fun place. So make sure they're having fun, they're smiling. Get a mix of groups of clients and individuals. For individuals, don't be too far away. Sometimes I see gym owners, they take a photo of someone, maybe a client doing an exercise, but they're really far away. Make sure you're close, like up in this picture where we're right next to the clients. You can get a good photo of them and show a variety of clients in your gym. So that is best practices for photos. And then the 4 types of image ads that you want to create for your gym. Now let's transition and talk about videos. For videos, you want to make sure they're about 15 to 30 seconds in length. And for each one, you can follow this 3-part framework, which is a hook, story, and an offer. Now, your hook grabs their initial attention. Just like what you need to do with those call-out ads and those images, we need to grab that initial attention with the video. Then you need to tell a quick story. Now, it doesn't literally have to be you telling a story, but you need to, you're creating a story in your audience's mind. You're building desire so that audience member goes, oh, this sounds like it might be a good fit for me. And then finally, you need to make an offer. You need to let them know what to do next. So an example might be, hey, Lethbridge ladies feeling stuck with weight loss. That would be your hook. You're calling out your audience and letting them know, like, hey, we work with people and our program, we're working with people who are looking to lose weight. Then the desire or the story section, Sarah lost 23 pounds with our last transformation kickstart, and you could be next. I should learn how to spell correctly. Then you're going to have your call to action. Click apply now to become our next success story. So you can see in this short video that might only take you 10 seconds to read, you're calling them out, you're putting in the story, creating the desire, and then the simple call to action. That's all you need for your videos. And then they can be selfie style. You have your gym in the background, lots of different angles, and you'll be amazed how well some simple videos like this can perform. Now, let's talk about some good and bad when it comes to images and videos. Bad would be stock images that you might use that you can just get from Canva or something like that, and then you just put some generic text, okay? A way better ad is going to be you doing a selfie video, like something that we just went over, or hey, location women, I've got 10 spots open this month for my next transformation kickstart program. Okay, that way they can see it's you, it's authentic, they're in your space, it's for that location. Now, a bad might be over polished long video. In this day and age, people want authentic, they want genuine, they want raw, they don't want over polished, which is good because you can whip out your phone and create amazing videos for ads that work extremely well. A good example would be a 20-second member testimonial video. You capture it vertical, you put some captions on there, and you're good to go. What you could do there, for example, is maybe you walk up to your clients and said, what's been your biggest success at your gym? And you do that with 5 members. They each say a sentence. You splice it together, and you have a 20-second video of 5 different clients saying all the best things about your gym. You throw on some captions, and just like that, you have a high-performing video that you can use in your ads. Now, let's talk about types of videos we can use for your ads. We already talked about types of images we use for ads. Now let's talk about types of videos. First is your owner or coach, your selfie style. This is just you holding up the camera, talking to it, saying a little script like we've already gone over. The next would be a client story, but something that's quick. This isn't something where you're creating a 2-minute transformational hero story. Okay, something that's very quick where your client is just sharing 1 or 2 sentences about the success that they've had at your gym. The third would be workout snippets. This would be, for example, where you get a client working out for a few seconds, then you have a different angle of a different client, then a different angle, and it's just quickly going back and forth between clients doing workouts. It's fun, it's high energy, you're providing that variety. The quick scenes is keeping engagement from with your audience. And so that'll be a video that works well. And then finally is something that I call community vibes. This would be team celebrations, maybe clients just like having fun and laughing. You're giving a little bit more of the vibe and the energy of your gym outside of just the workout alone. So those are the 4 different types of videos that you can create for your ads. Now, authentic is going to beat polished. People buy you and your gym, not stock images, especially in 2025 and moving forward. And in the day and age of AI, this is going to become even more important. Use your phone camera. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just get you and your members. Imperfect is equals relatable, and this is especially good for local audience. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I find usually the more raw, authentic videos, even when you mess up, like how I just had a spelling mistake in one of my slides, people know it's relatable. They know it's you. They know you're real, and that works better. And so use that. Don't try to perfect it. Don't do 1,000 different takes just because you maybe messed up one word in your video. Just put it out there. Now, a few best practices. Always shoot vertical, which is your 9:16 for reels and stories in your ads. That always works best. Now, keep your videos short, about 15 to 30 seconds max. Add captions. You want to do that because most people scroll with sound off. And so if you have captions, that's where you can engage more of your audience. And start with some movement or some energy to stop that scroll. In that video, if you can start with some movement or you say something really high energy, okay, that will get them to help stop the scroll and engage with your ad. Now, here's some videos that you could rotate with your ads every single month. Maybe you do a problem solution video where you might say something like struggling with energy. Here's how we fix it. Then you say a couple more lines. That would be your hook, for example. Then you would tell a little bit of a desire on how you fix it at your gym and then end with a call to action. Maybe again, you have a testimonial proof. Maybe you have a client that says, I lost 20 pounds at your gym. Their program is amazing because blah, 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 blah. You should sign up for the next one. Click on the link below to get started. Urgency or scarcity, you could record a quick video that just says, hey, we just have 10 spots left for our next transformation program starts next week. If you want to claim one of these spots, click on the button below. And community and fun, you could have something just showcasing strong women or strong friendships that exist within your gym. So you can see a lot of times people overthink videos, especially for ads. They can be so short and so easy, and you just need to create a lot of them, and then you'll find what works. Now, always call out your city. I find this works best so that people know this is you in their city and it's targeted towards them. So say, for example, hey, Lethbridge moms, tell them where you are and exactly who you're looking for. Use local tie-ins, back to school, local sports, weather, events. Use things that are happening in your community or backgrounds behind you so people can see that like, oh, this is in this city or this is in my local town. And it can feel relatable and more authentic. And make it feel like it's made for your town. And that will then pull in a lot more people that will be attracted to those ads versus something that's more polished, something that feels a little bit more corporate-y, like it was done in a studio. Just make it real, raw, and authentic. So here's your action plan moving forward. Shoot 2 to 3 quick videos this week. Do one selfie style, do one testimonial with your clients, and then do one workout clip where you just splice a few different exercises together. Then over time, build a content bank with your team. Rotate these fresh creatives every couple of weeks. And when you're building them, focus on authenticity, variety, and speed. Because these don't have to be polished, because they can be raw and authentic, if you want, you can create way more than 4 videos a month. I find that works well, but you could easily create 6, 7, 8, 10 videos, and you're just constantly new videos all the time. And that is going to allow your ads to perform way better when most people aren't using videos in their ads at all. Now, remember this. Creative is the fuel for your ads. It's the most important element. Now, there's other elements of your ads that are extremely important in order to get someone to take action. But if you can't get someone to stop and at least see what you have to offer, your ad's already dead in the water. That's why it's the fuel for your ads. You don't need Hollywood production. Stay real, keep it local, and keep it fresh. Move with speed and variety. You need to create an unreasonable amount of photos and videos in order for your ads to consistently perform well. Your audience buys you. So show up consistently, whether that's you, your team, your members. Make sure it is you, not stock stuff, not corporate stuff. And that is what's going to allow your images and your videos to perform the best in your ads. And then your ads can actually start feeding you new clients on autopilot rather than burning money on Facebook ads like most people do. Now, I have a free community for gym owners who are looking to scale where they can sign up 20 new members every single month. If you want to join, the link's in the description below.